Hello YouTube, I'm the Divinity Break. Today I'm going to be going over something that's important, and it's useless cards. Cards that effects are irrelevant to the game due to their cost being too high or something being misread. And pretty much this is what I'm going to start with. This is something I've seen way too much. Berry Dreams Pom Pom Pony. It is terrible. It's when you play this card, draw a card. That's a fine effect, right? No. It's cost 2 with only 1 power. Now, if it was cost 2 with 2 power, or cost 1 with 1 power, that would be fine. But no, since you could just run something with only 1 cost and 1 power, then pay 1 to draw a card. The fact that there's a mechanic that overrides this card makes this completely useless, and when you can play something like Flitter or High Spirits instead. It's a simple, just don't use it, please. Also, next to Spike, this thing, you pay 2 to get it on the field. Then you have to pay an extra point for each action, for each power you want for the turn, which is really bad. Because technically, you should be getting a point for power, like ratio 1-to-1, anyways, without having to pay a 2 cost at the beginning. And the only reason you wouldn't is if you're getting a really good effect. The fact that this takes 2 extra points to upstart, that's bad, and it doesn't keep it. It just goes away at the end of a turn, making it even worse. But Swift doesn't really do anything unless it had 0 moving cost. Then it would be fine. No, it's taking still too many action tokens for what it's worth. This is another card. This is one of those Applejack decks that doesn't have enough support. When this card is dismissed, put in your hand. There isn't any situation in which this would happen that you'd actually want to have it back in your hand, especially since it's got 2 costs for only 1 power. It's just not really... I don't see why you'd put it in your deck. Lucky Streak 1 in a million. When you play this card, you can uncover a face-down Troublemaker, and you can exhaust it to look at a face-down Troublemaker. I really don't see why you need to. It's going to get flipped next turn anyways, unless you're going to spend a ton of points to move everything away from a villain, then there's really not... It's just not worth it. I mean, really. And then Mare, I mean, its effect is fine, except you have to pay free action tokens to move an opponent's character, when you can use something like Back Where You Began, which only costs 1. It's just not exactly worth it, considering you have to pay 2 to get it on the field already, and it's only 1 power. Pearly Stitch, I mean, this is fine, I guess. You can run it if you want. I just feel like its effect is completely not helpful. Your opponent's not going to move your cards anyways. Like, if it's a 1 power, it's not worth using Back Where You Began on. Fluttershy Animal Team. The reason this is bad is because there's another card that pretty much has the same thing. Like, what this does is it's free power to get a 2 card on the field that has Caretaker, and then you reduce the cost of your next yellow by 1. But there's already a card called Amethyst Star that has only 2 cost and has Caretaker and 2 power. So pretty much this same thing it's the same as Amethyst Star, except you have to play another card to make it worth it in the end, or else it's just you're not getting what you're paying for. Brown Pairs, right, you're pretty much giving your opponent a free point, and this doesn't really do much for you. It's stalling, but they get more benefit in the end, considering it's weak and all it's doing is milling card from your deck. It's not like it's making them discard or dismissing a card or something good. And Philomena, it's a 2-for-1, and also its effect just doesn't really help you at all. Having multiple critters at a problem doesn't help you. There's legitimately one situation in which this is helpful, and as if it's at another problem, it can turn anything into a critter, so when a Fluttershy's effect goes off, you can move it to it. But that's really situational, and it's cost heavy in the first place, so it's not even that good. But yeah, definitely watch out for these cards if you think about using them. Just don't. They're useless. Find something better. There's way better cards. These cards might get something in the future that will help them, but for now, they're just not good.